It's the internet. You're busy. Let's do this. Welcome to the Game Mess Decides podcast. This is the podcast where we decide everything about the world of games so you never have to think for yourself. I'm your host, Jeff Grubb, and with me is
Mike Minotti.
In today's episode, Leon is back. Echo is back. And Mess of a Guess is back. But first, Mike, how are you doing?
I'm good. Personally, lots of things are happening that are nice for me, at least in terms of video game things.
Yeah,
we got
things
some
are
Echo
breaking
stuff.
Mikey's way.
There's I've been complaining for what feels like a decade, and it
Yes.
might not be that far off.
You were
about
leading
that Disney,
the charge.
Well, it was about that Disney Afternoon Collection
Yes.
not being on Switch, and I'm like, where is this thing? And I just gave up. And there's that. Roosevelt closed. They released a Mega Man collection today, so I bought 2 overly expensive shirts, and I'm very excited about it. My Rocket Knight action figure is coming in tomorrow, and I could swap out parts so it's
You heard it, everybody. Mike Minotti says 2026 is the best year in the history of America.
It's great. No one was mad at me for moving a camera too much or for for getting my European accents mixed up. So yeah, I'm doing great.
I definitely saw both those news stories happened on the same day. The Echo and the Disney Afternoon Club, and I'm like, I'm gonna call Mike and get him on the show this morning, and just patch him in. And I forgot to do it until the end of the show, and that was too late. But I wish I would have, because it was like, oh yeah, these are just Mikey stories. Both those things. It's like, I know we did the Echo thing together, but you really were always talking about the Disney Afternoon Club. Why isn't it on Switch? My hope is now that that's happened, Symphony of the Night happens. I know it's completely unrelated, but it's time.
Sure.
Put Symphony of the Night on Nintendo Switch. At least Switch do. Thank you, Mike.
I had to get my backpack. This is the best thing I ever got from one of these companies. Was when this Disney Afternoon collection came out, and they sent me this Disney Afternoon backpack.
That's cool.
Audio listeners, it's like a backpack with the Disney Afternoon logo. It's got a Scrooge McDuck keychain and a Baloo pin and a Darkwing Duck pin and all sorts of just good Rescue Rangers, all sorts of good stuff. This is
it's got the Capcom logo on it. Fantastic.
Yeah, this is the best thing I've ever been sent by a video game PR company. I love this thing.
Yeah, I guess Atari must have been like, yeah, we can make that happen now that we own Digital Eclipse. We will go through and see this thing through. So that was nice to see. I wonder if that
especially
comes to PC as well. Is it on PC?
It's on PC.
It's on
yeah.
PC's where you played it.
Like
That's
that.
where you played it. Yes.
Yeah, it's been on everything else pretty much.
Yeah.
It's great because DuckTales 1 is just one of the best NES games, and
Yes.
then DuckTales 2 and Chip and Dale 2 are also both great, and they were both very late NES games. They're very expensive to find, and of course, emulating these things not a problem, but it's nice to have them.
Yep. All right. Well, we're going to get on with the show, I should say. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Give us a good rating wherever you are listening and hit that like button here on YouTube. It helps people find the show. If you want to ask a question to us, you can do so by dropping a super chat during the show. We'll get to all of those before the end of the program. That's through YouTube. Thanks to Carlos Sain, who is Insane in the Rain Music on YouTube for the use of our theme songs. And we are on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and wherever pods are caught. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to Christian for producing, and you can get more from Mike and me and support us by going to patreon.com/GameMess. That gets you access to our Discord server, participation in Q&A sessions, and our game club discussions, early access to new episodes of shows like Columbros, and of course, all of our shows ad-free. Get a discount if you sub by the year. Thank you to everybody who's been signing up recently. It goes a long way toward making sure that we can keep doing this. That's patreon.com/GameMess.
Roosevelt's.
Yes. Fund his Mega Man Roosevelt shirts. They are very expensive.
That's their new tagline.
All right, let's see here. Let's get into the news after these messages. All right, you guys good to come right back?
Yeah, yep. I like this new splash thing. Look at that.
I know, I enjoy it. I threw a GIF back there. It's fun. All right, fade into black. 5, 4, 3. All right, let's get into it. It's still Game Mess Decides. It's time for Resident Evil Showcase reactions. So let's see here. Thank you, Christian from Argentina, for writing down the news here. Showcase lasted about 12 minutes, where they showed new gameplay footage for both Grace and Leon. Grace is all about sneaking around, as we already knew. She can craft healing items by extracting samples from enemies. She has a big dumb gun Requiem? Is it the gun called Requiem?
It's the gun. The gun is called Requiem, and it has like one
That's
bullet.
dumb, and I like that. It has very limited ammo. Leon is all about that combat. He has a hatchet now. The hatchet is for parrying, although it needs to be sharpened from time to time. That is, I think that is exactly the case. I wonder if the sharpening stones are probably consumable, right? That's probably how that works.
Yeah, I mean, well, in like Resident Evil 4 Remake, and I think the base game, like you just had knives that would eventually break. So here, instead of the hatchet like breaking, you have to get a new hatchet. You just got to use an item to sharpen the hatchet every once in a while. So yeah, that makes sense. Because you could probably still use it as a melee weapon, but again, it's going to lose the sharpness. So like in RE4, I often wasn't using the knife as a weapon because I was saving the sharpness for the parries.
Yeah, same. Yeah, and that's I expect it to be pretty similar here for the hatchet. Refined gunplay and melee interactions. They do have. Yeah. Oh yeah, go ahead, please.
Yes, let me expand a little bit. They show a lot of, you know how in Resident Evil 4 you can like shoot them in the leg and they go in their knees and you go close and you like kick them. Now it has like a bunch of like environmental stuff going on. It seems like it because when he was like close to a wall, when you do that, he like it stomps the guy against the wall and that type of stuff.
It seems like there's a lot of context-sensitive zombie deaths.
Yes.
It's like Fable 3. Remember that tech demo?
The same.
I think they're going to have a lot. Like, that's one direction they could take this series is fun interactions between the characters and the enemies and the environments, and really like let that stuff escalate in a fun way. If they can all affect one another, it's like a lot of unpredictable emergent zombie deaths could happen. So I'm hopeful for that. Yes, new zombos. Some zombies retain characteristics from when they were alive, meaning they move around following a set pattern. So if you were an NPC who is a doctor in a hospital, you might be doing your rounds still or something like that. I think that's just to like give them a little bit more of a clockwork like behavior so that the player can interact with them.
Yes.
Speaking of clockwork, sorry, we're not there yet.
No, we're not there yet. You ruined it.
Continue down the list.
Confirm 3 difficulty settings: casual for people who want the story experience, standard, it's regular, and then standard classic with the return of ink ribbons.
Oh, but it's weird because they said ink ribbons just when you're playing as Grace. So you're playing as Leon, it's still just save whenever you want, I guess.
There were ink ribbons in Resident Evil 2, right? They had ink ribbons through like a lot of those early games. So his gameplay, I guess
4 has ink ribbons.
Does it really? God, I forgot about it. It does. So. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like 5's the first one where they're like, no more of that. But there's something to the ink. Like in 4 Remake, there are definitely difficulty modes where you didn't have to use the ink ribbons, or you could save as much as you wanted or something like that. But yeah.
Do I get an ink ribbon with my purchase of a Porsche Cayenne? Mike Minotti.
You can't start saying Porsche. That lets them win.
Porsche is doing a collaboration with Resident Evil. They made a big deal about it. It was like treated like a James Bond sort of collaboration. It's wild.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, 4 had typewriters, but not ink ribbons. But there's some difficulty.
That's right. Okay.
Some of the difficulty modes, it was to get the best rating, you can only save so much. That's what I'm thinking of. So there was some kind of weird save thing. Yeah. No ink ribbons.
And then Hamilton watches are also a big part of this. Yeah. I mean, what that means probably is there's going to be a car in the game and it's a Porsche. And you're going to, like, if the characters need to check the time, I bet the shit says Hamilton. And I bet it's that simple.
Yeah. Oh, we saw. Yeah, I think we saw them wearing their watches. And the stuff's real. You could go buy a Resident Evil Porsche, I guess. And you could buy the 2 Hamilton watches, one for each of them. Sure.
One of these days, I'm going to buy one of these things. Like, when a video game collaboration happens with a car, one of these days I'm going to buy one. Because I always think it's so stupid when I see like the Call of Duty World at War Jeep or something like that 20 years later. That's amazing to me.
Yeah, if it's not that Pikachu Volkswagen Beetle, I'm not interested.
I understand. Let's see here. Switch to Pro Controller. That's really fucking ugly. I hate looking at that thing.
Yeah, that's again like. Well, you're gonna make one of these fancy controllers. This is the one thing Starfield did right. They designed the controller to look like a controller. They put art and stuff around the various buttons and analog sticks and things. They didn't just get a JPEG, plop it on there,
Please,
and let all the buttons and
Actually, it
sticks
might not even be.
cover it up. I just can't stand the way a lot of those controllers look like that. So many controllers just do that. Like, it's not just the cheap third-party stuff. It's Capcom trying to sell us probably an $80 controller or whatever these things cost. It looks like shit.
Yeah, I think they're 90. I think the Pro controller is $90. Yeah,
they look terrible.
It looks terrible. You're right. But then are there figures and separately amiibos?
There's no
Yes.
amiibos. It's just these. There are amiibos.
Well, they say the amiibos are coming.
Okay.
Oh, they are.
There's a Grace is getting her own amiibo.
My understanding
Okay.
is there's going to be a
There'll
lot of
be
amiibo this year. There's that's what Nick over there at Xbox here was telling me on the Christmas episode.
Yeah.
One of his Nintendo rumors is there's going to be a lot of amiibo figures this year. So it wouldn't surprise me if there's going to be a Grace amiibo.
Yeah.
Hey, does that make
Sorry,
you
what are you
think there's
saying?
going to be a Smash Brothers? Because that's we
Kinda.
got a ton of amiibo the first time was because it's tied to Smash Brothers.
It does kind of make me think that, but I mean, there also could just be a run on. They have an excess of plastic at Nintendo, and they had to do something with it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
And if they're going to do Grace, they're going to do Leon. There will be a Leon amiibo.
You would think.
That new update for Animal Crossing is like you can scan new amiibos to get like items and stuff.
And then Resident Evil 7 and Village are coming out the same day as Requiem for Switch 2. We knew this, but it reminded me that I'm annoyed they're not coming earlier. That we don't get to just play these things now while we wait for this game.
Yeah, because I've actually never played 2.7, and I don't know, I might do that on my stream at some point. But I would have liked to have just done it in bed. Especially as old as that game is, that would have run pretty well on a Switch 2, especially. It looks like 8 and 9 are somehow also going to run well on there, but yeah, it's annoying. That's literally the same day.
And then everyone's wondering, what is Elpis?
Yeah.
Help us?
Elpis.
Could be
That seems to be
anything.
the central MacGuffin or whatever, the thing that Leon needs to decode and figure out. While Grace seems like she's just trying to survive, although I bet she's the one that actually figures it out. That would be my guess.
That would be crazy.
That'd be crazy. They did confirm once again. I think this is something we probably knew, but they made it clear as day here. You're going to be swapping back and forth between the characters. This is not a Chris campaign versus a Jill campaign. This is just straight up one. Well, I mean, they'll probably have other modes or whatever. But the main thing that they're pushing here is you start the game, you play as one character, then the next chapter will be a different character, and they have very different gameplay, but they're going back and forth. And they seem to say, like, this is about making sure you have cool pacing, and you can build up tension in one side and then release that tension on the Leon side. And it's like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah.
Release that tension on Leon. Yeah.
Yeah, this is them trying to make good on the Resident Evil 6 fiasco thing.
I think it's them having learned a lot of lessons since then. Yes, definitely.
Yeah. And, we saw that, like, we knew you could do this before. Like, there's first and third person cameras. And that doesn't just apply to Grace. Leon could be first or third person. You can even in the menu specifically set it for like one or the other. You don't have to like switch it back each time you go from one campaign.
Right. If you want Grace to be first person and you want Leon to be third person, you could just set it
Which
that
is
way.
sounds standard. Although it will be kind of funny to like be the sicko who reverses it.
Uh-huh.
Right? Like why not? Gosh. Yeah. I mean, I'm down for this. I kind of really like this marriage of the Resident Evil 4 remake stuff with, very Resident Evil 8 looking stuff with with Grace. I think I never liked the whole Ethan Winters thing. This not silent protagonist, just a faceless protagonist for no reason. He's got a name, he's got a voice. We're just not allowed to know what he looks like for some reason.
Just look at his hands. His hands are fucked up. Just look at
while
those.
they're attached, you can look at those.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it's
He
not
has
like
a daughter?
wasn't like some big like downer problem with those games or anything, but I'm fine to move beyond Ethan.
Yeah, it's exciting to go to these characters, in my opinion. Yeah. It game's out February 27th of this year. This is out in a matter of weeks.
Yeah, just like a month and some change. It's definitely the first really big release of the year, and they kind of seem to like have that to themselves. So I think it's safe to assume some big things here. What is interesting is I think we always kind of thought like we were going to see more of this game with like, oh, this is how the game's actually kind of like more open than we thought. And no, like we're still mostly seeing like, okay, here's like a hospital area. Now here's this hotel. area. Like you see a city street at one point, but there's like people walking around it. It clearly looks like a prologue sort of thing. Like there's nothing here to make it seem like it's more open than any of the other ones, which
No.
I'm frankly a little happy about, but just seemed like from rumors and just the way Capcom has been making a lot of games recently that we were kind of bracing for something a bit more open.
I mean, rumors even recently, like those rumors go back a long way, but even like leading up to this event, there were still like, oh yeah, this is where they're going to show off the open stuff. I don't think anyone at this point was still claiming this was going to be an open world game, but people were like, oh, this is where we will see the open zone aspect of it. And no, that wasn't even the case. That does not mean there isn't something like that in the game, but we are past the point where they can make it the focus. Like that is not what this game is. It's not an open game in any way. It might just have a couple of open areas, and that's very different.
It'll have a desert connecting them.
Yeah.
That's where you drive the Porsche.
That's where you drive the Porsche, yeah. Drive the Porsche through some green crystals. Let's fucking go. Multiple Echo the Dolphin games officially in development. Sal Romano at Gamatsu had this story. Several new Echo the Dolphin products and games are officially in development. This is a story that like popped up a long time ago. I think this has just kind of reappeared, but everyone got excited about it again.
It is weird because I got tagged when I got tagged like 50 times when this happened, which I liked. But part of me was like, this happened a few months ago. Like we knew about it. I think before the guy kind of just tweeted he was doing it.
Right.
And now it's a bit more official. Yeah. Hey, I wanted to see Echo make some kind of a comeback. I am, to be clear, skeptical it's gonna take.
Yes.
But I'm glad they're doing it anyways.
The studio's relatively new, founded in California. Ed Annunziata? Annunziata is how I'm going to say it. Yes, Ed Annunziata is the guy that worked on those Echo games back in the day. He also did Mr. Bones. He was a Mr. Bones guy. He's back in that. This is his studio, and they're apparently going to remaster the old Echo Genesis games and then make a new game. And I guess, what do you expect that new game to be?
I don't expect 3D. I think that's going to be wildly ambitious for the size studio.
I want it, but I don't think it will be.
I hope that it's, kind of a 2D, more Metroidvania-y for sure, kind of Dolphin game. And maybe you either ease the breath stuff, which I think threw a lot of people off, or you kind of dial that in a little bit. There have been some sort of swimming Metroidvania games that have been kind of good. I'd like to see that direction. More than anything, I just hope it's pretty.
Yeah.
Jeff, I get so worried about the idea of this game coming out looking ugly, because a big part of Echo's appeal was that it was gorgeous and beautiful. Like, these games kind of need to look like the Ori games to me. I don't want this coming out and looking like one of those sort of cheap 2D games with all these bad looking 3D assets. Like that Yar's Revenge game. Remember that new Yar's Revenge sequel? It cannot look like that.
No.
This has got to be a pretty game.
Yep, that Yar's game, surprisingly fun, but looked cheap. It looked very cheap. Man, when you said the breath thing and Metroidvania, it did make me think like there is a way to like make that work for me, and it's SteamWorld Dig 2. You just sort of like continue building up your breath so you can go deeper and deeper eventually, and that like it's kind of run based a little bit, not exactly run based, but that's kind of how SteamWorld Dig 2 worked to an extent. It's like, oh yeah, that would be excellent for Echo, and you get all kinds of other upgrades that enable you to go faster and go further. Oh, neat.
And the tone is so important because like these games took themselves very seriously. Like you would go find a whale, and the whale would be like this super old sage, right? There's no jokes or cuteness or anything like that. This is all kind of scary and weird. There's aliens involved. So I'll definitely be curious to see what the remakes look like first. And there's that's exciting too, because there are a lot of rough edges to Dolphin that you can smooth off with some remakes. For as much as I like it, those games are very hard. They kind of have the not enough invisibility frame problem when you get hit that a lot of Western games just had back then. But there's so much about that game that's just neat, and even as a kid stood out to me at a time where everything was, play as this animal with a cute face. Like, just play as a dolphin.
Play as a shoot
looks
dolphin.
Like a dolphin. Like, just play as a shoot dolphin. So we're getting we're getting the first one, and Tides of Time. When I don't have nearly as much exposure to Tides of Time, oddly enough. So I'd be really excited for that.
Defender of the Future. That's where I'm at.
Defender of the Future. That's coming. We talked about that game before. It's been a moment, but it always blows my mind because that game was reviewed so
Really
when it
well.
came out for the Dreamcast.
Yep.
And now, even like people when they talk about the Dreamcast and all the great games for it, don't talk about Echo Defender of the
Nope.
Future.
They
Just
weren't really talking about it at the
completely-
time. It was reviewers that liked it, it seemed like, and that was
Yeah,
it.
just got up and completely looked over game. I need to go back and play some more of it.
We talked about this Disney Afternoon Collection coming to Switch 2 and Switch. It's got the Chip 'n Dale 2, DuckTales, DuckTales 2, Darkwing Duck, Tailspin. All those games are pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of them are great.
Yes.
Like Tailspin's the weakest. It's just kind of an okay shmup. Darkwing Duck is basically a Mega Man. Lots of good stuff there. DuckTales and DuckTales 2 are just these fantastic 2D platformers where you have this pogo mechanic. Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers are these co-op kind of action platforms. A lot of pick stuff up and throw mechanics. So if you like Mario 2, I think you'll like Rescue Rangers 1 and 2. God, I love these games. Again, DuckTales is just an all-time. They have some nice stuff. I actually spent a lot of time with the boss rush stuff in DuckTales,
Yes.
trying to get a good leaderboard time there. And that was a ton of fun. There's a part of me that's like, a DuckTales speedrun is not very long. That would be a fun one to learn.
That'd be good stuff.
God, that would feel super satisfying. If I just have that game on my Switch 2, you can just play through it a bunch, get really familiar with it, then do actual runs on some other setup. Super excited that this is happening. Love these games. Part of me almost wonders if they could do a thing where they add some other weird stuff to it, because there are some 16-bit games tied to the Disney Afternoon. You guys were talking about Bonkers. There was a Bonkers game made by Konami
Really?
that actually kind of plays like their
Tiny Toons?
Bust Loose Tiny Toons game. Yeah, it has that running mechanic.
Okay.
There's a much worse Tailspin game for the Genesis that I still want on there anyways. And then there's that very good Capcom-made Goof Troop co-op kind of Zelda-like game where you're fighting a bunch of pirates and one person is Max and one person is Goofy. It's quite separately. They actually remade that Gargoyles game not too long ago too. So there's been a good amount of Disney Afternoon love actually.
Yeah, it's I won't be shocked if they start mining the Disney Afternoon stuff here pretty soon for bringing stuff back. I mean, I guess they did a couple of years ago with that DuckTales game or DuckTales movie or show, I should say. But it just feels like I don't know.
That show's great.
That show's
That
awesome.
show is so
My
good.
kids loved it, and I was very happy because I could get into it, and it was amazing.
And that show is almost kind of like a celebration of all things Disney Afternoon. Darkwing Duck is in that show. A lot of Tailspin stuff is there. The Rescue Rangers show up for a cameo. There's Gummy Bears references. So, that whole show was just one big happy Disney Afternoon love fest, and it was amazing for that.
Man, how would you describe the difference between Looney Tunes and Tiny Toon Adventures? Tiny Toon Adventures was more sitcom-like, like it was more about telling stories as opposed to these vignettes.
Yeah, Tiny Toons actually had continuity, right?
Yeah,
There's
yes.
no continuity in Looney Tunes. The whole thing was, here are these characters, and they're going to a school, and the teachers are the Looney Tunes. But they had established relationships with each other. It wasn't some episode where all of a sudden it's just they are space troopers or something, right? If they do, it's an imagination thing or whatever.
Ooh, I like Tiny Toons. I like the show. I like those games a whole bunch. I've been meaning to go back and play Buster Bust Loose for forever.
I'm actually shocked we haven't had a Tiny Toons collection yet, because those games, the two NES ones, which are just the best Mario 3 ripoffs you'll find on the console. And then, then there's one of that vein on Genesis, and then, Buster Bust Loose. And these are all Konami games, so good. And there's a weird sports game for Genesis also that I've never played. I never played that one either. But yeah, give it to me. I want it.
There's that peak quote. It's been kind of saturated. Now I'm not going to do it again, Christian, but I don't know. The $5 is $8. People got hung up on that when we posted our short. It's to be fair, it was $7.99, and $7.99 is definitely $5. I could see that.
Well, people are arguing not are they
People are
not to me?
Yes, space.
You can't fool me. Actually, I'm smarter.
Yep, that's it.
Cool.
And then that same person goes and buys a fucking 10 games at $8
or one
Yeah.
drink from Starbucks, right? To me, $5 is the upper limit of one drink from Starbucks, and that today is $9. So yes, that's $5 still. All right, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake could be shadow dropped very soon. Did you get a chance to hear this from this morning?
I actually caught up to the last 2 episodes of Game S Mornings this afternoon. So yes, I'm all caught up, Jeff. Don't worry.
Okay, so this is funny that someone went into the I guess the website for the game, and they data mined it, and they found game release tomorrow.png. and they found that, I guess, today. And that does line up with an earlier rumor that the game is going to launch January 16th. Now, I don't think we got any announcement today. So if an image goes up that says game release tomorrow, that doesn't make a ton of sense. It could happen anytime, but right now it feels like this is going to be here very soon.
I guess. I don't know. I don't feel it in my bones that the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake is happening tomorrow, but
I know,
that
same.
doesn't mean much. What do my bones?
Yeah.
Nothing really. They know how to create blood, or is that what they do?
That's what bones do. Bones is where the blood is stored. That's what we know about
marrow.
bones. Yeah, that's what marrow is. Yeah,
that's what marrow is. I guess. I hope it's real, and I hope it's good. This thing has been obviously in trouble development, and Sands of Time is one of the greats. One of the greats that I have not played yet, and I always sort of feel bad about that. I've been meaning to.
You've not played Sands of Time.
I've played it, but
Sure.
I've not played through it or played like as much of it as I should. So I want to do that, and if the remake is really good, I'd like to do it there. But I'm kind of fully prepared to just go back to the original. We'll see.
Yeah, love Sands of Time. This was my hey, this is Prince of Persia is great, and then I would check in on the series here or there afterwards. But Sands of Time was always the one for me.
It was like in that era, Jeff. We were very tuned into the early online stuff in the magazines. Everyone loved Sands of Time. There was so much respect for that game.
Yep, that's what they got me to check it out.
Two Thrones?
What's that?
Not a big fan of the Two Thrones or Warrior Within?
No.
Not as much.
I
No.
disrespect the Warrior Within. I think that it was... And Warrior Within kind of gets a good amount of defense these days, I feel like, and I'm not having it with that. I'm just not.
Yeah, I just, listen, if it was Rob Zombie instead of Godsmack, then we could start talking. But for now, no.
Yeah. The whole weird, tonal shift that games went through, like Jack 2 pulled it off a bit better, but even then, I'm still a little bit get a load of these fucking tryhards.
It would be one
here.
thing if those franchises were still ongoing, in a real way in this moment, because then it would be oh, remember that awkward time? It's kind of fun and cute to go back. But when it was this is one of the things they tried to keep themselves relevant, and it just looks so desperate and stupid in hindsight when these franchises aren't ongoing, it's annoying.
It is just it was wild to see the industry entirely pivot to what became the way games mostly were throughout the entire Xbox 360 generation, right? All that kind of angry bald guy games we got for a long time.
Bald guy with gun.
Everybody was suddenly just this is what we're doing now.
Yep. Everyone had to be bald and angry. Hey, Amazon unveils first look at Sophie Turner as Lara Croft, and she looks perfect. She looks great.
Yep. She looks like Lara Croft.
Yep.
Yeah. I am getting into a Tomb Raider mood, man.
What does that mean?
I think I want to play Tomb Raider Legends.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Like that trilogy.
Yeah.
The kind of reboot trilogy before the reboot trilogy that people usually think about. I don't know. I think my girlfriend likes Tomb Raider a lot too and brings it up. And she recently played through Mega Man 2, so part of me feels like I need to play a Tomb Raider game now.
This is an exchange.
Right?
Yeah, I think you have to, actually.
I think it's... Yeah, she never implied that, but I still think, I should play a Tomb Raider game now.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah. And I do think at one point here, what's the one that people don't like? Angel of Darkness. I bet... Even though I bet that's better than most Blake Club games, I bet someday that shows up on Blake Club.
Yes, I could see that. And then Ryan Hurst is going to be Kratos in the also Prime Video, Amazon's Prime Video thing.
It's kind of interesting that's going to be an adaptation of the reboot.
Yes.
Which I feel like that's going to miss some of its impact for audiences who don't have the other part of the story where he was, the mean Greek god guy for a while first.
So that's why my assumption, if I were making this show and the marching orders were based it on the very popular 2018 game, I'd be like, okay. And then my story would have a ton of flashbacks in it. It would be a lot of flashbacks to him as the original Kratos, setting up the thing that he is now emotionally dealing with and the trauma that he's passed on to his kid. Where did that come from? And here's the flashback that shows that. And I bet that's exactly what they end up doing. Either way, guy's beard looks exactly like fucking Kratos.
It looks like great casting. Yeah. It looks like amazing casting. Apparently, this is the guy who's the voice of Thor and Ragnarok.
Yes,
so that's
in the
cute.
Ragnarok the game, yes.
So that makes sense. Sure. I just wonder, is there going to be a normie problem? People, because the Fallout show has all these people who never played the games. People didn't play the games. They're like, who's this guy? What do you mean he's from Greece? He was the god of war. Ares is the god of war. What is he? Ares? I'm right. There's a lot of things that they're going to have to be caught up on.
Yep. And I mean, I think that they can They probably should do a lot of that stuff in the short version of it, but through flashbacks. You don't need to dwell on it because there's not a lot of story to mine there. He is mad, covered in the ash of his family, goes to kill gods. And it's like, yeah, just pick the parts that you need to tell this story. I could see it, but you're right. They're going to have to answer that stuff. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of weird. Yeah, that does it for the news that I have here. Why don't we take a break? We'll come back. We'll get to the super chats, and we'll get on with the rest of the show. Does that sound good?
That sounds fantastic.
We'll be right back. We are back. It's Game Mess Decides. We're going to read some super chats. Mike Minotti, please.
Big Fresh 37 says, we should have saw this coming. Deadpool, and I assume they mean Deadpool and Marvel Rivals, makes a 6'7" joke and calls Hawkeye Hawk Tua. But legit, there are lots of actual funny jokes too. Now look, I'm gonna say it. The 6'7" thing is bad.
Hawk Tua is great.
Calling Hawkeye Hawk Tua is kind of
That's
funny.
incredible. That's amazing. And like I want Deadpool to make cheesy 6'7" jokes. That's what he's there for. Yeah.
That's what he's there for. He's supposed to be cringe, everybody.
Yeah. Right?
It's fine.
I'm getting the ache to check out Marvel Rivals again, but I kind of only want to do it at work, so I'm getting paid to do it, so I can justify it.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I want to play as Gambit. I always like playing as Gambit in video games.
Yeah.
Right? It's a cool video game character. He's got the staff. He's got the cards. He's got the swag. Like, yeah. The drip. He's got all sorts of things going on.
Great character.
Big Fresh 37 says, Miss Community Game of the Year last week. I vote Sunderfolk.
All right. Oh, yeah. We played that game. That was a good time. And then Dan.
Yeah, that was a good one. Would have liked to have played some more, but just didn't get a chance. If you have like a crew for that, boy, I bet you have an amazing time.
Oh,
there.
for sure, yeah.
Lex Letty says the fine people of Ireland disavow Mitch Tolkoto. Jan was on that quick look. Jan didn't say a damn thing. Jan said, actually, Mike. Jan just agreed with me. No one's mad at Jan.
Wow. Just throw Jan under the bus to save your own skin.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't think you want to do that
So quickly there.
Wow, just do the first brown friend he sees. Get under there.
I don't know what to say.
Wow.
It seems like that.
Oh my God! It's the 5th time I've been called racist today.
Weird.
He's okay. He's Italian.
Yeah.
Don't shoot him. He's Italian. Taco Belmont says Leon needs more pro wrestling moves in Requiem. I vote the Muscle Buster or the Tiger Driver 91. What moves would you give him? Wines. I think that him and Grace should be able to do a 3D together, right?
They do, or he does a suplex, right? Is that the only wrestling move? Does he do a Frankensteiner?
I don't know if he does a Frankenstein.
I want him to do a
He
Frankensteiner.
might do a DDT. He should do a DDT.
He should definitely do a DDT.
Least.
Yeah.
I mean, DDT is like if I had to make a zombie's head explode, I would go to the DDT. That's a German suplex, is what he does.
He does the German suplex, right? I would also. I mean, let's just give him a cutter. Let him just do the cutter. Let's get a diamond cutter in there.
Specifically, the diamond cutter.
Yes.
Break the diamond. Do all of that.
Hell yeah.
Do the whole thing. I like it. Ink Goblin says, not sure if Pocopia will be good, but Dragon Quest Builders 1 is one of the best RPGs I played, so I have to get to it. What can Mr. Mime teach my Ditto? Nothing good.
No.
Nothing that Ditto wants to learn or would be better off knowing.
Nothing moral, for sure.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean...
The kids will say it'll be about flipping tricks. I'll say it.
Oh, boy.
That's what I'll learn.
I always want
turning tricks? Do you flip tricks?
Yeah, I was confused. All right, it's turning tricks if that's what you're getting at.
Okay.
Okay.
But
yeah,
that is accurate. You're right. That's exactly what they would learn.
That Ditto is already committing the biggest crime in humanity, which is like mimicking our form.
Yes,
So, like,
right, exactly.
Go to jail.
Identity theft.
Yeah, God created us in His image, and so Ditto taking on our image, stealing our image, is stealing God, and it's.
This is like the Veggie Tales.
Yes,
like, how dare he imply
exactly.
a relationship with God that he's not capable of?
Ditto is not going to heaven. Like that is just flat out. No way.
Absolutely not. That is non-negotiable. God, I should play Dragon Quest Builders 2. I usually hear more love for 2. I should need to check that game out at some point. People always talk about how great they are.
Don't skip the big super chat from Andrew Panton.
Oh, like I just did.
Uh-huh.
Andrew Panton says, I'm hosting an event tonight, so sending this early. Hope y'all don't mind that I have 2 questions. Hey, if you tip it up that you can fit in 2 questions, you're allowed to. Do you think a company like Analog will ever make a PS1 or OG Xbox? Let's start there, Jeff, because Analog did release that Turbo Graphics with the CD thing.
Yep.
So they made a CD console. And at that point, I guess it's like, well, why not do a PS1 or Be Still My Heart, a Sega Saturn?
Right. I think, so what have they've done N64 and they did the Analog, the Game Boy. I mean, they don't have a lot of ground to go to now. I think they probably do try to do a PS1. The problem is they're a little late to the party just because that Superstation is basically the same thing, and it's
better get on Sega Saturn then.
So yeah, maybe. I mean, and they've done the Mega Drive, the Mega whatever,
NT.
the Genesis. Yeah. So why not? That would be cool. Although I do
love
wonder if they're like, maybe that's something where it's like we try to make one of these open FPGA ones so we can have multiple consoles on one of these devices. I don't know.
Maybe. Like, you think, if you just made something that was, this is going to play all your Sega CD, Saturn, and Dreamcast games.
Right.
Boy, take my money, right?
Exactly.
That could be right there. And then next part here is, will the price increase in PC components impact the retro scene? And then they add here, fuck ICE.
Hell yeah.
Fuck ICE.
Yeah.
Yes, right? That's going to impact the retro scene for sure.
Shouts out to Andrew, who's got his own podcast, the Regulation Podcast. He's been showing up a lot recently. We fuck with you, man. Thanks for hanging out with us, dude. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, but yeah, the PC component price increase is going to impact the retro scene for sure, right?
Yes. Yes. It's going to affect everything. It's going to be the kind of thing where those devices, these retro devices, use a lot of the components that are off the shelf, and there will be more demand on everything across the board. So yeah, and that market has already been getting hit hard on tariffs and a number of other things. Like, the demand has already been tough on them. They are already having an issue sourcing these products. So yeah, it's going to get worse. Things will probably slow down in a big way this year. Maybe not for the Chinese handhelds. The Chinese handhelds always just kind of find a way. But anything that's kind of being designed, like the Superstation, that thing, I'd be so shocked if something similar to that happened. Like the next step of that happened this year. We're probably on these devices that we have for quite some time.
Next up is from Zombie Porn. How far can we legally have Jeff Grubb snatched? Like, wouldn't it be funny if Dan just blindfolds Grubb and leaves him in, like, Memphis? Look, I want you guys to know that in the lead up to the Bombathon, the Grubb snatch was a hotly debated topic. To the point where I was finally like, guys, we can't spend any more time talking about Grubb snatch.
Yes, and it was my idea. I really just wanted to do some orienteering. That was the whole idea. I'm like, can you please just drop me in a field with a map and a compass, and I got to find my way back? And it just became like, we're going to drive you down the street a little bit. And I'm like,
yeah, we looked at it. It was like actually, it turns out there's a lot of private property and dangerous places around there.
Yeah, it wasn't going to work the way we wanted to do it originally. And but we did something. It was fun. It was still a good time.
Yeah, so no, I don't think we can Grubb snatch him further away.
Not where we're in that place. If we were to do it, you have to do it like in an actual like national park or something.
Right.
Something along those lines. I don't know.
It'd be fun if we were in Disney World. There's a lot of distance at Disney World. I could take you somewhere random at Disney World. You wouldn't know where you are. It would be fun to see you find me in a nice, safe environment.
That actually is not a bad idea. I would like that.
Yeah, good. It's like when Full House goes to Disney World. Grubb snatch Disney World.
Someone comes up to me. Did we hear you say Grubb snatch? Can you explain that to us? And then we're banned from Disney.
Yeah, I have to make sure you're not actually blindfolded. So I put really dark sunglasses on you because I can't get in trouble.
Uh-huh.
I can't risk being kicked out of Disney.
No way.
Yeah.
I would never do that to you.
Lazy Stegosaurus says, Beef and Cheddar Boys live show from the world's largest Arby's in Virginia. When? Give the people what they want. Then there's a steak emoji, a cheese emoji, and a heart emoji. God, where in Virginia is the largest Arby's? Now, is this like the largest Arby's is kind of mathematically or impressively?
Right, right.
I remember seeing pictures of the largest McDonald's back in the day and thinking that it looked like a utopia, like a place I definitely wanted to be.
On the drive when we were moving from Denver to here, we found a McDonald's that was a castle in like Indiana.
Yeah.
And like that was cool. And I want it to be something along those lines. I want it to be visually distinct, not just in terms of its scale, but of its size.
All right. I found this. It's in Colonial Heights, and it is in fact pretty big in there. Gosh.
Where what's Colonial Heights near? Is that like Virginia Beach or something, or what? Washington D.C.
Let me see. It is. I'm opening up a map right now.
Richmond, Virginia.
This is just directing me to my RPs. Actually, I have a friend who's it's in the Richmond area.
Okay.
I have a friend not that far from there. I might have to send them out on some.
Yeah, scope it out for us. Yeah, exactly.
Although this picture makes it look like. No, okay. So for a moment there, I was worried that it was just one of many stores inside of this one complex. No, it even has the old Arby's sign. This must be an old ass Arby's. Yeah,
Ooh.
they're selling
Beer?
that's weird because they have like a Mexican barbecue section where you could just make quesadillas and stuff, and sometimes it's not open. This thing is weird looking.
We got to go on a Great Giant Bomb American road trip, so.
Yeah, maybe that's the final destination is the world's largest Arby's. That'd be good. Okay. Pluffum says, who does Capcom revive Resident Evil 9, Wesker or Lady D? Lady D was strong. I mean, there's already the Lady D skin, so it feels like I don't know.
Lady D will show back up again, but not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. I agree. Wesker, boy, so like Wesker's in the first game, and then he very clearly died in that one too, and they just brought him back. Anyways, in freaking Code Veronica is where we first saw him. He's briefly in 4, then 5. He's like the big bad again, and he super dies in that one to the point where like, and look, it's Resident Evil. There's zombies and there's all kind of bullshit science and whatnot. They could bring him back, I guess. I would personally not like it. I like Wesker fine. I'm a little over it. I don't think he's like a Ganondorf tier villain that like I can't imagine the series without Wesker.
No,
would be okay.
Yeah, I can't imagine is one thing, but like I would think it's fun if he came back. I like my Resident Evil dumb, and that would be pretty dumb. So I get why it would bother you, but yeah, bring back Wesker.
With Lady D, at least, there's kind of wasted potential because they sort of didn't realize what they had, and they're like, she's one of like 3 lesser bosses before the final boss, and now she's the only character from that game people remember, and people really liked her. So yeah.
What do you mean? Why do people like her?
They liked her sexually, you see.
I thought she was big and tall and should step on things that are on my body.
Yeah. All right, next up here is from T Bucket. Excuse me, T Bucket. I also skipped this one for Dark Steel Brushwag. We're gonna do that first. Have you guys ever been to a Buc-ee's? Seems like the kind of place you two would appreciate.
Not bad.
I went to my first one last year. It was incredible. So
I can't
good.
wait.
Yeah, this is a gas station chain where the inside is just a megapolis. There's just tons of stores and stations of people preparing fresh foods. The big thing there are their barbecue sandwiches, chopped beef and stuff like that. Brisket or ham, very good. They have these snacks called like Bucky balls or they're beaver nuggets. Basically kind of like corn pops. Very similar texture and flavor, but they're incredible. Just all sorts of things that you can buy and indulge in there, and it's always like very well kept and clean.
Right,
like
that's the thing. Is like my understanding is like what really the whole strategy behind it was make it so big. And then make the bathrooms so big and clean. And then also, key part, don't allow truck drivers. Truck drivers have to go to a different gas station. Buc-ee's does not service truck drivers, apparently.
That's interesting, because I also like Love's. And Love's, it's very clean, but it's incredibly truck driver centric. Like, they have showers, and they're like, you know, like, hey, like, you can, like, shower in here and eat and get all of your truck supplies and stuff like that. And the other people are welcome, too, and I like going in there. But, yeah, Buc-ee's is clearly for like the family.
It's clearly for the woman in the car that wants a clean place to go to the bathroom. Like that was the strategy. And it's like, oh, and then they put all this other stuff around it. So everyone's excited to go there and spend all this money. It's like, oh, I kind of really think that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. But yeah.
What's the buses?
Was that?
It's not, no. Just move on. Just let him know. You go ahead and move on, Mike.
I like Bucky's. Now let's go to T Bucket, who says, "Congrats to Mike for slaying the demon that was Larry Lovage." Yeah, I never want to see that fucker again.
Yeah, he's
Just
that's
the worst.
only game that character's in, right? God, it better be.
Oh well, he was also in the college one. That's that same guy. He looks and acts and sounds completely different.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's him in the college game as well. But he's like, well, the only other two after that are the Wet Dreams,
Dry Twice.
Well, Dry Choice is the sequel.
Oh my God!
There's a duology. Yeah. So there you go. It's that. Eggy says, "Will Capcom ever make another Mega Man X game?" Yeah. I'm surprised it's been so long. That Roosevelt collection, one of the shirts is a Mega Man X shirt. Honestly, the best one, the one with like the blueprints. At some point they got to go back to that. Well, I'm a little surprised that it is once again going straight back to classic Mega Man with this new one. I'm happy. I always liked classic Mega Man the best, so it's fine by me. I'm a little surprised that they've been leaving so much Mega Man X potential out there.
I'm going to play Mega Man X this year.
The first.
I've tried a bunch of times, and I just like play a couple of minutes, and I'm like, it's not clicking, and I'll boot something else up in the emulator. I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna play it for at least a couple of hours so I can really grok it this time. And everyone just seemed like one of the best Super Nintendo games, and I'm always like, it is okay. I need to see that for myself.
Absolutely, yeah. Boss order is a little important there. At least the first one. You always got to make sure you do Chill Penguin first.
Chill Penguin first. Okay, I think I remember.
You got to do Chill Penguin first. Right. Yeah, it's incredible. Next up is from Chrono Rig, who's been a Lincoln member for 45 months. Thank you so much. Do you think they will get any character collabs for Echo, like the Dolphin from Sequest or Flipper? Lol. Can't wait to finally play Final Fantasy VII Remake next week. Oh yeah, the Switch 2 version of that's coming out. Boy, Flipper has just fallen off, huh? I felt like Flipper was kind of a big deal.
Flipper was a huge deal when I was a kid.
Yeah, that movie with Elijah Wood.
And I watched the old show, right? It was an old show?
Yeah.
Nick at Night show?
I think the whole thing with Flipper was just Lassie was popular, so let's do Lassie, but with a dolphin. That's all Flipper is, right?
Better. It's better. I like it.
Dolphins are better than dogs.
They are, yeah. And I watched a lot of Flipper, and Lassie was fine, but Flipper was fantastic.
I think it was a big century for dolphins last century. Aside for the probably thousands of them we killed.
Yes, right. Other than the genocide we performed upon their species.
It was a great year. We loved those fuckers.
I would also like some Free Willy representation here. We can maybe get some Free Willy in there.
That's another one. Boy, yeah.
A movie with a generic Elijah Wood, right? That was just an Elijah Wood stand-in.
That was not Elijah Wood, but yeah, Free Willy was huge. Yeah. Free Willy 2, I still liked, and I think Free Willy 3 was just direct-to-video. No one cared anymore, even at that point. Which is funny, because like Free Willy kind of it was doing the whole anti-SeaWorld thing before that was like popular. Even I feel like
before we knew, I learned from
before
Free
we
Willy.
knew. Like I think at the time people were like, the Shamu likes it there. What is he doing?
We fade him.
Yeah. That was back when Shamu was literally swimming around a kid pool. You ever see like Shamu's first take? It's not good.
It's not good. It's like, and that's what radicalized Shamu. And then now now those fucking fish attack boats when they see it.
Oh God. Yeah. I wonder if they'll ever do anything with Flipper or Free Willy again in our lifetimes. I don't know.
I probably, but I think part of the charm was it's like, look, we're doing this with live animals, and now it's like really hard to film ethically with live animals.
Now you just make it with bad CG.
Now you just make bad CG,
anymore,
and that's like a little bit less charming.
Make it with AI. They're gonna make it with AI.
Never mind. I'm back on board.
I bet there was animatronics involved in Free Willy for sure.
Yeah,
there was definitely a robot fucking killer whale that was in, especially the scene where it was in like the truck and they were like hosing it down while they transferred it. Gosh, now I'm thinking about Free Willy a ton. That was I know that's Warner Brothers because I remember going to a Warner Brothers store at a mall in Cleveland.
Okay,
and it was like a trailer for Free Willy 2 was playing on like the big TV, which back then you just literally had to get like
8 CRTs. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I could see that perfectly in my head. Yes.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but like my mom, like part of my soul is still in that Warner Brothers company store with the Bugs Bunny statue where he's wearing a suit, classy Bugs Bunny. And it's like always like a vault that they make it look like you're going in because it's so exclusive and nice.
I haven't watched Free Willy in a long time. I think I might. I'm gonna have to.
Free Willy
make my
film
kids
in 40s
Free Willy. Yeah.
A Free Willy film before this would be amazing.
I mean, if it's just you and me, I'm down. Let's just do it. Yeah. If no one else wants to partake in this classic with us.
The people don't know about Free Willy, damn it.
They need to know about Free Willy. That was so important when I was a kid.
It was so important. Now it's like it never happened.
I don't remember if I watched Free Willy too. I probably did, but I don't remember.
It's not that good.
Yeah, it's not that good.
Because they're fucking free already.
Yeah, we already freed the Willy.
I think you know what I think. I think it's a tanker spill is the plot.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
The next natural place you go.
Yeah.
Why am I popping myself so much in Free Willy? I can't move on.
I'm gonna watch Flipper. I'm gonna do Sea Creature Sunday. I'm gonna watch Free Willy and Flipper.
Why am I so obsessed with sea mammals?
It's crazy. They're mammals, but they swim around.
Yeah, what the hell happened there?
They have to breathe air.
Message?
It's kind of
We
stupid.
left. We're gone. We're on the land
We
now.
walked out of it. And did you guys walk back or just split off at a different time? It's crazy.
What are you doing? Next up here is from Big Fresh 37. What do you think Third Eye Blind thinks of the Sophie Turner Laura Croft pick?
I know Sophie Turner. I know Lara Croft, and I know Third Eye Blind.
What's the connection?
I'm not following this. Did the guy did he date? He seems kind of old to date Sophie Turner. I don't know. So I bet he thinks great things about it.
Let me see. Third Eye Blind, Tomb Raider. Did they do a song for one of the movies or something?
Oh, that's possible. I guess that'd be weird, but possible.
They did a song for the second one with Gerard Butler.
The Cradle of Life.
Yes.
Yeah, Sophie Turner definitely is married to a Jonas brother. I guess I don't know if she still is, but
Gersman told the story. Third Eye Blind played an E3 party and interrupted semi-charmed life to yell about wanting to have relations with Laura Croft.
That's right. I remember this now. That's a great story. Oh my God. Third Eye Blind's weird. Kind of like him.
Bruno Trigger says, how are we feeling about Filoni taking over Lucasfilm? You're not a big fan of him, right? I think he said, get that cowboy-looking motherfucker out of here before I get him.
He's, I don't feel great about it. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. I don't know why I started saying it that way, and I couldn't stop myself from finishing the sentence that way. I think Clone Wars is okay, and then often is really good, and then a lot of times pretty bad. Rebels, pretty good. All of his live action stuff has been really questionable, and I'm not excited at all about Mandalorian and Grogu, the fucking movie. What is happening there?
You think he's still wearing the hat?
He's definitely still wearing the hat.
That's his thing.
His whole thing is he's the most guilty of my movie is bashing these characters, these toys together. I have this toy and I have that toy, and I'm going to bash them together, and they're going to look, these two are meeting. Can you believe it? And I think that's a pretty low form of Star Wars. But whatever. I got Andor. Whatever. I'm good for the rest of my life if it's never good again.
I don't really have much of an opinion. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not gonna be like, it's not like it's been great under Kathleen Kennedy. I mean,
right, exactly. That's why I'm like, you see, like the weird, like Galaxy's Edge, the theme park stuff. Only Disneyland is like turning like most of it timeline wise into the original trilogy now instead.
Yep.
They can't do that. They said they were going to. I saw that video, and they said they were now like doing. It was just like a set timeline, isn't it?
Well, that was the original idea, but that was also when the set timeline was the sequel trilogy, when only Episode 7 had come out, and they had a lot of hopes and dreams for how people are going to feel about that thing once it was done.
A pretty okay time to like be a Star Wars fan, and it's been kind of terrible since. So
yeah, so. It's because this doesn't really impact the rides. Like the Millennium Falcon ride was always getting that.
Right, they're updating the Millennium Falcon ride, yeah.
They were always doing that to give it Mandalorian stuff. But Rise of Resistance, that whole area is still supposed to be sequel trilogy for now, I think. Because I could very easy. I don't think someday it's going to be too hard for them to swap out a Kylo Ren robot for a Darth Vader robot.
Yep, and those big walkers for an AT-AT. It wouldn't take much.
Yeah. It would take like one big refurb, and at some point you got to do a big refurb on that right anyways. Like, I don't think it's even like maybe next 5 years or maybe next 10 years, but I bet someday that's gonna happen. Next up is from Dose of Nostalgia. Is Giant Bomb doing a fantasy critic draft this year? Yeah, I think so. Backlar's out tomorrow, so we can't do it this Unprofessional Friday, but I think we want to do it the next Unprofessional Friday.
Yeah.
We didn't mind putting it off because it's not really any big releases yet that we're missing out on getting to pick up, so should be fine.
Should be all of us, and that means like Sean and Chuck. So yeah, the 5 of us and Sean and Chuck.
The Dubious Food says, does Nintendo have the balls to sell me a USB sensor bar and switch to Wiimotes for Wii Virtual Console? Because I hope so. I mean, someday there's gonna have to...
I mean, I think my opinion on this is, and I bet it's a bad one that Nintendo won't do, but a Wii Mini, and it's just a self-contained Wii, like almost on like an HDMI stick, and you plug that in the back of your TV, and then the rest of the shit just happens on the controller, and yeah, you just kind of, it comes with Wii Sports and a few other games, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would almost rather have, like, at least for me, like, the number of, like, games you need on there. Not, like, part of me is like, is Nintendo going to really get all the games I want on there? Are they going to make sure that Zack and Wiki and Boom Blocks are on there?
No.
They might make sure that Carnival Games is on there. And even then, maybe not that. It'll just be all their first party stuff, which a lot of it is good. Right. But I don't know. I don't know what I would expect from them there.
Instead, just make a thing that they could sell to old people again. They'll do that.
Yeah. Not for a while yet, though. And then that's it. That's it for Super Chats for now. Thank you all so much. If you want to send in any more, we will read them before the end of the show. Thank you, everyone.
All right, we are going to take a break. Then we come back, and it's mess of a guest time. So we'll get all set up for that and be back in just a few moments. We're back. More Decides. Jeff Grubb, Mike Minotti. We got Turbo Sean helping us out with a mess of a guest. Sean, take it away.
That's right. Like you said, Jeff, it is back. Our friend, the Uncharted Wolf.
Thank you, Wolf.
Puts this together for us every quarter. Thanks again, Wolf, for putting together the 2025 Q4 results. And that means the 2025 results as a year. We're finally getting a winner. And now we do a yearly winners for this little game we do here. And after that, we will do 2026 predictions for the first quarter. So, without further ado, let me run down the rules for everyone because it's been a little while. So the game mess, both the boys here and the community, we're given a list of 17 different games coming out in the fourth quarter, 2025. You have to predict their OpenCritic score. Your score, the points you get, is determined, its score is determined by the top critic average on OpenCritic. And then your score, your points, is whoever gets closest to the final score. You got 1 point. If you get the score exactly right, you get 2 points. And if you didn't think a game would come out by the end of the fourth quarter, you could say, will not release to get the double points. Also, no more playing Hades 2 during Mess with Guest Mike. It makes Wolf sad, frowning
face.
Face.
A thing I did? I don't ever...
What's my problem? You're defending yourself?
Chris, just one who played games
just
during
apologize for your...
Last time I used to do that... The last time I
your...
did that was when the show was new and I would still play World of Warcraft during it. That's a while ago.
Hear me out.
No.
All right, hear me out. Listen to me. You were doing the stream on Giant Bomb when Hades 2 came out when we did the other one. That's what happened.
Oh, when I was doing that. Well, that was work.
To make it clear, I don't care that you did that, Mike.
Wow, he doesn't care about the frowning face. Anyway, let's get into the results here. So Jeff went first here in game number 1. It was Battlefield 6. Jeff, you predicted 85. Mike predicted 84. Mike was good to go under there because it came out to 83. So nicely done, Mike. Get a point there.
I'll make it up on Metroid Prime 4, I'm sure.
In the community, shout outs to Wiesman, Rob Foster, Johnny Boy, and Luis Garcia, who all got exactly right. And as always, I will shout out the community winners if there's only a handful, but there's a lot of them for any particular reason. I will just summarize instead. All right. Game number 2 was Little Nightmares 3. Mike going first here because we do a snake style prediction. Mike predicted 83. Jeff predicted 82. And Jeff got this one because it came out to 71.
We blew it.
This one, I had a pretty good idea that this one was going to be under, so I was very happy it went high on this one.
Yeah, I think I just had no idea about this series.
It was it was a different developer, and I'm like, I bet.
Right.
And I went under. That was an easy one. Thank you.
High.
Yeah, I remember when we did our fantasy critic at Giant Bomb for this, or for the year, and I counterpicked this one. I was a little worried, and Tam made me breathe a sigh of relief because when he told me about the development stuff, I was like, oh crap, this one might be real better then.
Yeah.
Okay. And then shout outs to Chaz in the community who got the point there. Game number 3, Pokemon Legends ZA. Jeff, you said 83. Mike was a little more optimistic with 84. It did land just a little bit lower than that. It was at 79. So Jeff, you get the point there.
Did we use any of our research on this to see what Pokemon Legends, the first one, did? I can't remember if that's what we did here.
That sounds right. I feel
sounds
like
right.
you looked up what Arceus got.
I think I did. Yeah.
Yeah, because Arceus was a very divisive game.
Mm-hmm.
This is BS. This game should have done better than a 79.
Yep.
Not that much better, but a little better. I probably should have still lost, to be clear, but a 79, come on.
Uh-huh.
I think people were still feeling a little burned after Scarlet and Violet, so they were being more critical of Pokemon, even though DA, it's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Wolf thinks I did
number
research that one real quick. Sorry, yeah.
Okay, sounds right. Game number 4 was Keeper. Mike went first. You predicted 83, and then Jeff took the over with 84. It was 81. So Mike gets the point there. Then Dirachi, Low Rule, and Luis Garcia got a point in the community for getting exactly right.
Yeah, I mean, that seems about right. Honestly, if you had told me that this game ended up in the 70s, it just didn't seem like it got talked about a whole lot.
I feel the opposite. I feel like every time I hear
really?
anyone talk about this, it's this is one of the best games, and I'm just like, I didn't get it when I played it. I need to play it again, I guess.
This one seemed a little quiet to me, but I'll take the point. Hooray.
Right. Game number 5, Ninja Gaiden 4. Jeff went first, saying 84. Mike decided to not do the 1 point thing this time and went with 86. Ironically, it was 2 points in the opposite direction, Mike. It was 82. So Jeff gets the point there, and then Dirachi and Villain Mac both got exactly right.
Here's what I'm learning. We get yelled at a lot when we just kind of guess right around 80, but boy, a lot of games come in right around 80.
Yeah. So have all of them been right around there so far? It feels like
except for Little Nightmares 3.
Right,
which was
okay.
in the 70s, so yeah.
It's a running theme of modern games media because a lot of games are very good to great. So yeah, they do land in the upper 70s to lower 80s. It checks out.
Makes sense.
Don't blame you. Yeah. Game number 6 was Jurassic World Evolution 3. Mike went first with 79. Jeff was less optimistic at 78, but he should have been more optimistic. It was 84. So congrats, Mike, for getting a point, and congrats to Like a Dylan, Ska Luigi, and Michi Poo for getting points there.
Here's a game with a really good average critic score that I feel like no one talked about this year. I haven't even tried this one out myself yet. I did pick it up on my fantasy critic, and it helped me there. Someday I'll have to go back to this and check it out, because I liked the first Jurassic World Evolution. I never even got to the second one and was surprised they're even making a third one.
Yeah, I really regret going under on this one. I think this is one where I just assumed it was going to be another one where it's like, this one's going to have diminishing returns. It's like, oh no, they actually just refined it.
What type of game is this? Is this the one that's like a park sim?
Yeah, park simulation,
Yes.
heavy on the simulation. You are breeding dinosaurs, and you have to worry about the safety protocols of everything, stuff like that. It's cool.
Interesting.
And it's Frontier Development, the people who make Planet Coaster.
Gotcha. Game number 7, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Anything could have happened on this one. Jeff, you went first with 70. Mike went over with 71. Unfortunately, this one landed at 63 overall on OpenCritic. So, Jeff, you get 1 point, as does Zool 34.
Boy, all that time waiting for this thing to drop, and then it sure did drop, huh?
Yeah, my hunch is there's probably still something in this game that's worth exploring if you can have a lot of patience for what sounds like a lot of bullshit. I don't know if I'm ever going to see that personally, though.
Game number 8, Once Upon a Katamari. Mike went first, saying 80. Jeff went with 81. And Jeff, you were exactly right. It was 81.
Yay! Hip hip hooray!
Ooh,
Bill and Mac in November in the community both also got exactly correct. So congrats all around.
Okay, so Jeff's at 6, and I'm at 3 now. Jeff's starting to it was even there, but that's a big one for you. You're pulling ahead a little.
And this is game 8, but I think there's probably quite a few games left. So let me see how I blow it this time.
There's a handful here. There's a handful this one. We are roughly halfway, so thank you for a summary there, Mike. Game number 9 was The Outer Worlds 2. Jeff went first at 85. Mike then said 84. It went down one lower than that. It was 83 overall, so Mike gets the point. Then Low Rule and First Avenger both got exactly right in the community.
I'm never guessing 85 when I go first ever again.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of 85s.
Nope.
Okay, man, it's so close to just being there, right on the money there. Gosh, yeah, but like this and Avowed, they both will receive just a little bit less than I would have expected, just a smidge less.
Yep, yeah, I think this is one that's is going to be due for a really fast reappraisal. I think people are going to come back around to this one, mostly just because it feels like barely anyone even played it.
Right?
Yeah, so we'll see.
Game number 10, Mina the Hollower. Mike, you went first. You said 87. Jeff then said 88. And the points go to nobody. That game still isn't out.
Doesn't have a release date yet. Yeah.
Doesn't have a release date. This was supposed to be Halloween, right? It wasn't Halloween week. It was on Halloween.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
They said Halloween. Yeah.
And we have no idea where it went, which is very bizarre.
I think at first they were like, it's still coming out this year. And then that clearly didn't happen. Yeah, then it's indefinite delay. 2 years in a row I had this in my Fantasy Critic and it just didn't come out. Last time I was like, well, surely it'll come out this year. Let's see if I burn myself again.
Really good job by Tommy Pencil saying this game wouldn't come out, though. That's really good. I praise him.
I wanted to point this out. Well, no, Tommy Pencil's said it would not release, so he gets the point. But also Tommy Pencil's strategy is he says every game won't release every single quarter.
Yeah. Sometimes the blind squirrel gets the nuts.
Do not praise him. I gotta love that.
Okay. Game number 11, Terminator 2D, No Fate. Jeff, you went first with 76. Mike then did the 2-point thing there with 78. Well, it was right at 76. So congrats to Jeff and also in the community. Matt Rare Monkey, Screaming Madden, and Shrimp all predicted 76 as well.
If you would have asked me if I said this was going to get a 76, I'd be like, no way. I would have been like an 80, 82, something like that. I don't know where that came from. Pure luck.
It was smart. Yeah, it seems like this game just was like fun, but not very substantial. So, yeah,
this
76
is one that
right.
Makes me scratch my head a little bit. It does seem like a lot of the criticism is like it's short, like those old Genesis games. I'm like, supposed to be one of those old Genesis games.
I think it's like the price. I think kind of threw people off against that. But
I know I still think that's a weird one because like, all right, I'll play it when it's $10, whatever. But I get factoring that into the reviews. I do.
I need to play this game because I heard a lot of good things at this point.
It looks great.
Yeah, it looks really good. It
looks fun.
Yeah. Game number 12, Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. Mike went first here. You said 79. Jeff then said 80. And Mike, congratulations. You got this one right on the nose. It was 79. You get the 2 points. So do Screaming Man and First Avenger.
Back in the game.
I needed that big time. But you can always count on these Muso games getting like a 79, right? So
right.
It feels like it's always there.
I think they're usually a little bit lower, but I think Jeff was right to think that these are on a slight upward trend, these specialized ones.
I think I was like, I wanted to say 79. Darn you for taking it. That sounds like what would have happened here.
Sounds right.
Game number 13. Luminous Arise. Jeff went first with 90. Mike was like, there's no way it's going to be in the 90s still. You went with 89, and that was the right call. It was an 86. So Mike gets the point there, as does Nuclear Lamb, Weed Demon, Luis Garcia, all getting 2 points for the correct predictions.
Jeff must have been tripping on whatever the people who make Luminous trip on.
Drugs.
Yeah.
86, still very strong score, though.
That's really good. Yeah.
It's very good.
I did notice there's quite a few of 4 out of 5s seeming to pop up here. I'm like, more and more outlets doing the 5-star scale is maybe having an influence
that is
here.
A big reason why things seem to be rounding certain ways more than ever now.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, interesting.
All right, next up. Oh boy. Game number 14 is Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Now, you guys were right to be pessimistic here, not have high hopes. Mike, you said 77. Then Jeff was like, it's Call of Duty. He'll probably do a little bit better. 78.
No.
66.
Let's go.
6 on Open Critic. So Mike gets the point there. And then the community, I'm a little surprised at this one, but congratulations. Nintendo Derek got it with 65.
Wow. Good job,
Man,
Nintendo Derek.
I've tied it up 8-8 again. Let's go. That's a very
But you're not counting my guaranteed win for Metroid Prime. I got that in the bag.
I probably also overestimated Metroid Prime,
well,
man.
Not like some people.
Game number 15 was Kirby Air Riders. Jeff, you said 80. Mike was like, they're sickos. They're going to love it more. 81. Did. And Mike, you got it. It was 82. So you're right there.
I felt good. I think a lot of people would have gone under there for Kirby Air Riders. I think that was a very brave thing I did.
That's
from all the previews, it seemed safe. I can't remember exactly when we did, but if it was after even the first preview, I would have been like, yeah, it's like a 7 out of 10, maybe. So yeah. Game number 16, Octopath Traveler 0. Mike, you said 85 on this one. Jeff took the under at 84, which was the right move. Came in at 83, so you're very close there, very close. And then Jamie H, Zool, and Nuclear Lamb all got exactly right in the community.
I tell you what, we're close. We're close on a lot of these, Jeff.
Yep, yeah. I mean, between the two of us, it's like we're always right there. Like it's always. I always feel pretty good about our guessing abilities after we get through one of these.
Yeah,
better about yours.
You are tied 9 points a pop, but we have one more game.
Oh, fuck.
The last game here,
Shit.
And here's the thing. I'm not even going to pull it up just yet, because game number 17 is Metroid Prime 4. You guys each remember what you said?
90, I think I said 96 or 97.
Mike?
I probably would have said like a 92 more.
You definitely went under. I went super high.
And yes, Jeff did say 96, and Mike more reasonably went 93.
I said I am choosing to go bold and to believe, and just like always, Metroid Prime fucks me over.
I want to know, is it... No, there's no chance that Dan told you he gave it a 5 already at this point out of 5.
No, this is long before that.
No,
this is way before he even had it. Yeah,
this is before we had any
recorder.
We were kids back then.
Yeah,
man.
we were so innocent. We just didn't know our asshole from a rat hole.
Everyone pointed out, Jeff, that's like the score of the first one, guy.
I know. I was choosing to believe in love. Sue me.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, very like. Look, I know I said I said Arceus was a bit of a divisive game earlier in the show. I meant like divisive as in like 7s and 8s. No, this one was all over the goddamn place.
Yeah.
There was like it's so interesting, because it's like there's huge outliers with this game on either side, but a lot of the scores did actually just land at an 8. Everyone's like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's not as good as the other ones, but it's pretty good. So it did land at an 81, if I didn't say that yet.
The funny thing is that Jeff and I both think this 81 is them kind of getting away with something.
A little bit.
We think they're lucky for it.
God.
In the community, Sand Pest was the closest with 85. Almost everyone else predicted in the 90s.
Man,
just so people know, on Metacritic, we use OpenCritic. On Metacritic, this game has a 78.
Not that much lower. Not that much of a difference.
Yeah, it's just, man, that's a 78 for this. It's that is, I think, lower than Metroid Prime Pinball, rightfully so.
Metroid Prime Pinball rules.
Yeah, I think Metroid Prime Pinball is like 79.
That's an incredible video game, so that's fair.
Yep.
Alrighty, well, the final tally is here then for the year.
This doesn't seem necessary. It's about the journey,
no,
not the
Jeff,
destination.
come on, we changed the rules like you requested after I won last
doesn't
year.
sound familiar.
Requested this.
This is libel, I think. Libel right here.
After tallying all the points for each quarter, the final score for A Mess of a Guess, the winner for 2025 season is Mike Minotti.
Boo!
So this is Mega Man showing up as the GIF here.
Audio
Look at that
listeners,
score.
Congratulations. 44-21 in Mike's favor.
Wasn't particularly close, yeah.
No.
44-21.
I think, God, hang on. Let me think of some new rule changes for next year. Give me a second.
Well, before you do that, we do have the quarterly results here, just in case you wanted to take a look at them. And you you did lose every quarter, Jeff.
Yeah,
You
but it's
got
all about
better as the
improving.
year went on.
Yeah,
Got
exactly.
better.
Yeah, that last one was close. I thought it was losing for a bit there.
Man.
This does mean that the 2023 winner was Jeff. 2024 was Mike. The tiebreaker, 2025,
Ooh.
Mike Minati. That means you're ahead 2-1. Congratulations, Mike.
I like these legacy scores.
Yeah.
This is good. This is good.
Thanks for doing that, Wolf. Congratulations, Mike Minotti. Good job.
Thank you very much. It was a good game.
And
Thank you,
then
Wolf, and
as-
thank you, Sean.
Thank you. As always, I am scrolling through the community results here on the video version, and so you can take a look how you did. And Wolf notes if you participated, but you didn't see your name in that, then unfortunately you did not get any points. Thanks for playing. But shout outs to Luis Garcia, who won this one. Congratulations.
Nice. Well done, Lewis.
Good job, Lewis.
Wolf also has a fun stat. This makes Lewis and Screaming Madden the only 2-time winners of Mess of a Guess. And he notes that he forgot to celebrate Screaming Madden's accomplishment last quarter because we still do quarterly for the community. So congratulations to Screaming Madden and
That's wild.
this quarter, Luis Garcia. So, gentlemen, ready for predicting some quarter one?
Not
so.
really, but I think we have to. So, yeah.
All right, as always, you will predict the Open Critic score. This time we have 15 games. The deadline for community submissions is when the first game gets reviews. Wolf, I'll do my best to put that thread up right away. Jeff Grubb, you have your Jeff Grubb research clause.
Correct.
And choose to do research for one game you're choosing. Each of you get to do this once. If you don't think a game releases in the quarter, you can say will not release to get the double points. Jeff goes first. Because Wolf believes this is your year. He's an unbiased judge.
Oh, you
BT does.
fucking
It's because I
fool.
played. It's because I played Hades 2 during it last time.
All righty. Game number 1, gentlemen. We have High Guard. High Guard, Jeff.
Okay. I kind of want to be like it's not going to come out because we haven't heard anything.
I kind of want to see it too.
Is it out like next week?
Yes,
It's
but we
supposed to
haven't.
be, but they've said nothing.
They've said zero about it since the Game Awards.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna be a little bit positive because I bet people are gonna be a little bit easier on it once they play it and be like, oh, we overreacted. I think that's gonna be with the story here, but I don't think it's gonna push it too high. So I'm gonna go with a 79.
Okay.
Oh, I think that's optimistic. Part of me wants to be like, it's just not coming out this year. I don't really know what the benefit is of
This quarter, like so it
Yeah,
doesn't
this quarter.
this
Excuse
year.
me, this quarter. I don't really know what the benefit is of that when I could just go lower than Jeff. A good deal lower. I think more like a 70. If it could be worse. I'll say a 70 for High Guard. I bet there will be some people like, yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. It's kind of fun sometimes, but it's uninspiring and bland, and that'll give it a 70.
Gotcha. All right. And as I mentioned earlier, we do this snake style. So now it's Mike's turn. Please tell me what you think Code Vein 2 will get.
Yeah, I'm trying. I think the first Code Vein probably high 70s, if anything, low 80s. This one might have a smidge more juice, but I'm not expecting anything huge for Code Vein 2. This is one I want to say like a 78 for.
78. Jeff?
I'll research what Code Vein 1 did. Let me see here.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
It might have snuck into the 80s. It had some love.
Vein Open Critic. Let's see here. Did a 74. Mike, what'd you say?
I said 78. So I thought it did better than that. So
Yeah, I'll go 77. I'll go under. I mean, I feel like there's a strong chance it's right at 78, 79, but I'm gonna go under. I'll go 77.
Gotcha. All right, Jeff's turn then. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined.
Yeah, I think this is gonna do pretty well. But I'm going first, so I can't say 85. Not gonna immediately break my own rule. So I'll go with 84.
Alrighty.
I'll go with 85, actually. I think, yeah. I think there's going to be I bet the game is still going to be pretty long. There's going to be some people who think it still is drags a bit, but I think there's going to be a lot of RPG fans reviewing this game. Like based off the feedback to the demo has been pretty positive. People seem to like that demo quite a lot, actually. So yeah, I think 85 or better is going to happen with this one.
Sounds good. And then Mike, Neo 3.
Who? Part of me wants to look up Neo, but I don't know. I want to say an 83 for Neo 3. I have to imagine these are usually like low 80 games. People like them a lot, but they are certainly never celebrated nearly as much as like an actual From Software game or, a Sekiro or anything like that. So, I'll go 83 on Neo.
Got it.
Are these the Team Ninja ones? Okay.
We get to ask questions.
No, we can't. I'm asking the universe. I'm asking my own brain. I think they are, and I'll take the over. I'll go 84. I'm not gonna go that much over. I think again, I'm afraid of 85 now for some reason.
These are the Team Ninja. This is the Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins.
Oh, then never mind. 96 again.
All right, game number 5. Romeo is a dead man, Jeff.
Okay, I will go with a 76.
Man,
interesting.
I say the same thing. Yeah, I know like some people really. I just think like Bacalor really like this. I'll tell you what. When I look at this game, I don't like the way a lot of Suda's games look. I don't know. No More Heroes 3 didn't do much either. 76. I want to go low. I'm going to say 75.
Because I already did my guess. I tried to see what No More Heroes 3 did. Let me actually finish this search.
Yeah, I'm curious. I bet it's like a
curious
70.
too. Yeah.
76. Okay. I feel good about
right
that.
Around there.
Okay. Game number 6, Mario Tennis Fever.
Gosh. Like, I wonder if looking at Mario Tennis Aces would even help much.
I have no idea if that would help. Yeah.
Yeah, because presumably they're trying to do better. I just don't know how. I just don't know how much they can deliver with a Mario Tennis game anymore. It'll be good, but it can't be. I'm not worried about high 80s, right? I'm not even worried about mid 80s. The question is it sort of disappointing again? And in the 70s, like I imagine Aces is, but who knows? Maybe even that still, just for the virtue of Mario, got to hang around the low 80s. I'm gonna say an 82 for Mario Tennis Fever.
Got it.
I think it's like, and a lot of it will just come down to the modes and sort of the structure of the game. It's hard to tell from that trailer, which I thought the game looked pretty good, but I thought that about Aces too. And I like the gameplay of Aces, but I'm trying to remember. I think you're right about the last game probably not breaking into the 80s. So I'll go with an 80 flat.
Okay.
Got it. All right. Next up, Reanimal, Jeff.
Oh God! If a day passes where I don't think about Reanimal, oh man, God, who would have loved to have their research clause right now? I have no idea what this is. I'm gonna go with the 77.
Okay.
I think this is, maybe it's just because this picture looks like it, but I think this is like a Limbo-esque thing here. Might be imagining that. I'll go. What did Jeff say? Sorry?
77.
I'll go 79.
79. Okay, so this is the new game from the original Little Nightmares developers.
Oh, okay. Well, shit.
Right.
Anywho, game number 8, High on Life 2, Mike.
Oh God, that's so weird. Cause like, so is this game not going to be as Rick and Morty-y now? Cause like, Squanch Studios was started by that guy, and I assume he's not even involved with that anymore because he got canceled. So, and like, how much did some people like High on Life 1? God, I keep forgetting this happened. I'm gonna say a 73 for High on Life 2.
Sure.
Oh, that's good, Mike. Oh man, that's tough. Over under there is so hard, actually. Jeez. I'm gonna be super negative. I'll go under. I'll go 72.
Okay. Why are you going to be super negative about game number 9, Resident Evil Requiem, Jeff?
Yes. This is not coming out. No. Okay. Let me think here. Resident Evil Requiem is gonna do pretty well. Does it? I'm gonna go 86. No, hang on. I'm sorry. Let me. Yeah, 86. 86.
86 final answer?
Yes, 86 is final answer.
All right, next turn.
Man, Monster Hunter Wilds was kind of bad and still got like an 89.
Yeah.
it was.
Your ass was bad.
Thank you, Christian.
And like this one's not gonna have some of the concerns of performance because it doesn't look like it's gonna be that open. So I bet this game actually runs really well. 80, you said 86, Jeff?
Yep.
I think these recent games have done high 80s. I think Village is kind of like 87-ish, maybe even 86.
I could
I
see
think this will be a bit more of a crowd pleaser. I'll say, yeah, I think 88 feels better for this one for me. Maybe
Gotcha.
89.
Next up, game 10, Pokemon Pokopia. Mikey going
Ooh.
first.
Am I allowed to ask how many more games there are to know when I should use my research clause? I don't know what I would research here, but just curious. It's
I don't know, what
okay
do you
if it's
guys
a
think?
risk thing. It could be a risk thing.
I
That's
think
fine.
it's more interesting if it's a risk thing.
That's fine.
Okay.
God, this is hard. This could be all over the place.
Yeah, right. That's like your question. Like, what would you even research? No idea.
Yeah.
Like some of the spinoffs, they're all so different.
Some people are really optimistic for this one. I wonder how much is going to be. I feel like there's going to be people who want this to be Stardew Valley, it's not that, and the people who want this to be Animal Crossing, and it's not going to be that, and they're going to be a bit frustrated. I'm going to say a 76.
Okay, now before you lock in your answer, you were told at the beginning how many games there are. There's 15 games. So I just don't want anybody accusing me of unfairness. You were told there's
That's fine.
15, so
That's
I'll
all good.
remind you that there's
Thank
15.
you. I appreciate that.
You said
I'll say
76.
Yeah.
That's 76.
Mike, I think that's another very good guess.
Thank you.
I think the safe one is to go under. I do think that's like more likely than this being surprisingly very good. I liked your point about people will want this to be Stardew Valley, and the comparison will not do it many favors. So 75.
Okay. Next, game number 11, Replaced. Jeff.
Yeah. I'll. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go 79. I feel like it's not quite gonna hit.
Okay.
God, this game has like the same exact title, font, and aesthetic as that Reanimal.
Yep.
Is this the Limbo people one now? You said 79. I'll say 78.
Okay.
This is that
Do
like
either of you guys know what this game is?
I do know what this is. Yeah, this
I vaguely remember it.
Okay.
What
like
is
the
this?
cyberpunk 2D like hyper pixel art stylized
Yeah.
game that
Yeah.
from years
This
and
is
years
the game
ago.
where, remember The Last Night, which was like
Last
the
Night!
same thing, and I was super excited for it. And then it went away. Then we got replaced, and now I'm like, wait, did they just change the name of that other game? Nope, just a different game that looks like the same style and everything like that. Just a different one. I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to this. Fun thing about this game is me looking at this list and going, oh shit, Replace has a release date? Hell yeah.
Yeah,
So,
look at
looking
that.
forward to this one. Let's see. Next up, game number 12, John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. Mikey.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna look. Is this another like bad Left 4 Dead style thing? Oh, geez. I'm gonna say a 71. Sorry, John Carpenter. I think that might be generous. I don't know.
Sorry, John Carpenter.
Wow.
I know you listen.
He might listen, actually.
You said 71.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely rings of one of those ones. It's like has the name attached to it, tries to be too much, doesn't quite make. You know, what is that Payday ripoff? The
Oh, come on, all the
Rockay
celebrities in
City,
it?
yeah, Rockay City.
Rockay City.
It has
yeah.
Rockay City vibes, but
No, that's not good.
I think I'm gonna give this one some hope and go 72. And hope I could see it like squeaking into the 70s.
72. Got it. Then we have Crimson Desert, Jeff.
Yeah.
Do not
God.
confuse with Black Desert.
No, very
Different
different.
desert.
Yeah, this is a different desert, but this is related to another game that I can't remember what it is.
Black Desert.
Okay, well, thank you. You're not supposed to help
Hey.
me though. Not to be clear, that would help me. That does not help me in any way, shape, or
you
form.
in any
That's
way,
the
shape,
most
form.
Christian could have possibly said and had done nothing for Jeff.
Yes.
I'll go with I'm gonna say an 80. I think this thing's gonna be good.
Okay.
God, I can go either way. I feel like I've been going under a lot. I'll say 81 on this one. I don't know.
What
kind of game is that?
Curious. I think it's Souls action, one of those.
No. It's a faux MMO. It's like it's.
Oh,
it's
is it?
not-
Another
it's-
MMO?
Yeah. It's not an MMO.
And
It's
I want to say
fake
79.
MMO. Yeah, it's like an
Alright.
RPG open world type shit.
Mike, this is in your wheelhouse, I think. Maybe, unless you're super offended by this next one. Game number 14, Mouse PI for Hire.
Yeah, no, this looks cute and all. I wonder how much meat's going to be on that bone. This is the first-person shooter that looks like old-timey Disney cartoon.
Yeah, it's a Disney boomer shooter, basically.
Yeah, which again, neat and all. I wonder how much this is going to play for most people. I'll say 74 for Mouse
Ooh,
for
okay.
Mouse PI for Hire, which maybe we'll see.
I think I'm with Mike. I see this one in it like disappointing and ended up in like the high 60s even. So I'll just go 7. You said 73? What did Mike say?
74.
What the-
He said
74.
What
Oh,
did I
then
say?
I'll go 73.
Okay, gotcha.
I would have gone under. Yeah.
All right, and then the last one Wolf has for us here is an interesting one. Jeff, you get to predict first. Marathon.
Move.
Runner.
Man, how do these games review? I really don't know. I'm trying to like. I'm gonna go lower than what my gut's saying, just because I think that has happened even with like Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders like reviewed a little bit lower than I was expecting it to. I'll go with a 79.
Get
Okay.
us to the Eurogamer for that one.
I
Like,
would
you
like to
wanna
use my
research,
research
yeah,
clause.
research Destiny 2 or something? What are we
No, I'll
doing here?
research Marathon.
Oh, yeah, that'll
right.
help.
Okay,
This is
okay,
this is a
yeah.
series, you know.
Yeah.
OG
let's see.
Marathon. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, Metacritic.
The Apple
Mar-
head are losing their shit right now.
Yeah, let's see here now. Come on, Marathon.
Oh my god. For the people in chat, there's like it's not for Crimson Desert. I said it's a faux MMO. It's not a real
Oh,
MMO.
faux? I thought you meant full MMO. Is what you were trying
that's
to
what
say.
I heard too.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
I got what you meant. Yeah,
Faux
FAUX.
MMO.
Faux
Okay.
MMO. Yeah.
Marathon 2
MMO?
Durandal
Oh, you're serious?
released for the Xbox 360 got a 62. So I think
Wait,
this
what game
with
was
all
this?
the
Hang on, back
Marathon 2 Durandal.
There's a what? Like for 360?
Well, they
Yes.
re-released all of the old ones on 360.
Okay,
Live
I
Arcade.
thought it was like some reboot one that I missed.
No,
okay,
they
that
just
makes more
re-released
sense.
them. Yeah. So 62. I bet it's gonna do a little bit better with like the advancements in technology. And, games have come a long way since Pac-Man.
Things have come a long way since Pac-Man. Yeah.
Yeah. What you say, Jeff?
79?
79. Yeah, 79.
76.
All right.
I think people are not going to have it too much with this one. A lot of people are going to be real down on it. A lot of people are going to be, it's good. Then a lot of people are going to be down on it, and it's going to bring it down.
All right. Well, Wolf, before we end here, Wolf says, let's start the 4th year of Mess with a Guest with a Bang. Parentheses, yeah, 4 years. I feel old now. And let me get the predictions up for everyone. If I had that framed correctly, it should just pop up on your end, Jeff. And then I can read it off for the audio listeners. Auctioneer mode here. High guard. Jeff said 79. Mike. You know what, Mike? I will say, props to you for actually like deviating quite a bit on one. Mike
You're
said
welcome.
70. Code Vein 2. Jeff said 77. Mike said 78. Oh, we're back to the old ways. Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined. Jeff 84. Mike 85. Neo 3. Jeff 84. Mike 83. Romeo's a Dead Man. Jeff 76. Mike 75. Mario Test Fever, Jeff said 80, Mike said 82. Reanimal, Jeff was 77, Mike was 79. High on Life 2, Jeff 72, Mike 73. Resident Evil Requiem, Mike 88. Pokemon Pokopia, Jeff 75, Mike 76. Replaced, Jeff said 79, Mike said 78. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. Jeff said 72. Mike said F you, John Carpenter, 71. Crimson Desert. Jeff said 80. Mike went over with 81. Mouse PI for Hire. Jeff said 73. Mike, again, over 74. He actually went first. Marathon. Jeff said 79. And Mike used all parts of the research clause to say 76.
Big brain move.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it. Thank you, Wolf, for always putting these
Thanks,
together.
Wolf.
We really appreciate it. Jeff's crazy for thinking 79 on High Guard. I'll just say, I've heard from people who've played it. It sounds like it's pretty good. So,
Oh, insider info.
yeah. I mean, does that end up mattering? We'll see. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, but the word on it's like, this is a really fun game. Will that matter for people who think it also looks very bland? Look, it might could end up being right there. I am feeling okay about some of mine, not so okay about others. But we'll get the results of that in about 3 months. That's how we do this. We do it once a quarter. So if you are interested, just tune in every week. You'll never know when we're actually going to do the results. Just hang in there. All right, let's take one last break. We'll come back, talk about what we've been playing, and then we'll do this, clean up the super chats and get on out of here right after this. We are back. Let's wrap up the show, starting with Mike. What have you been playing?
I did start 9 Souls yesterday. This is a 2D Metroidvania.
Yeah.
With a lot of Sekiro inspiration. In fact, they straight up say on their Steam page, it's got Sekiro inspired deflection focus combat. So it's got parry slop.
Yep.
And I've learned that I love parry slop. Right? I like just shove it down my gullet. So I figured this game would be right up my alley. I've always heard good things about it. It came out a couple years ago, so I finally have some downtime here, so I'm checking it out. And yeah, it's super fun because you definitely have like the parry, and the window of that feels very similar to Sekiro, where if you get it, you have to get the timing really good to kind of get the best benefit from it. And in this, it means you take no damage. And also you can kind of immediately do this special counterattack where you kind of put a little symbol on them and then hold it down and it blows up and deals all this damage. If you miss the timing a bit, you don't like take actual damage, you take damage that will eventually refill. But so you can't keep taking that kind of damage because you'll still die anyway. So you do have to get good with the timing. Then there's been some fun movement stuff that I've been getting, like there's kind of like a spinny thing that lets me jump off of certain abilities. I have a grappling hook. It's not, the movement is definitely de-emphasized over the combat. It is a combat-focused Metroidvania, which, I'm absolutely down for. I fought, like, the first big boss at the end of my stream, and that felt really good. Very, Sekiro style, learning the patterns, getting a hang of it, when to attack, when to be defensive, when to find a chance to heal. It has that healing system, right, of those games you have. In this case, it's a smoking pipe that you have to smoke from to get your health back. When you die, you got to go back to to your corpse and get your currency. So even more so than like a Hollow Knight, very Souls-like.
I started 9 Souls when it came out and people were talking about it, and I just didn't immediately grab me, and there was a bunch of other things, so I kind of moved on pretty quickly. But yeah, maybe if I wanted to get back into it, is maybe the measure go to try to get to that first boss and see how I feel about it?
Maybe. I will say, like, the game, it's not, I don't want to be like, oh, it's too talky, right? But
yeah, that might have been one of the things kind of.
It's a smidge talky, and the game is, a lot of indie games are kind of like this. It's very proud of its lore, and it wants you to really know its lore. And the lore is good, and the characters do seem interesting. But that's like one thing where it does deviate from a Souls game. Like those games are always very kind of discreet about their story. A lot of it is kind of just subtext, or it happens, or if you really want to learn it, you kind of have to dig a bit deeper. I do kind of like that style, and here it's a lot more dialogue boxes, people talking to me, and this cutscene happening here, and things like that. So to a point where I did think it slowed the pace down a little bit too much. So that's been my criticism mode, but the combat has felt so good that I'm definitely still having a very good time, and I'm excited to dig deeper into it.
Yeah, I remember a lot of people talking about it very positively when it was coming out. It was like kind of like, oh, yeah, I'm a Metroidvania guy. I should check this out. And yeah, I think, I will be happy to continue to hear your updates, and I'll kind of maybe wait for your next time we talk about it to see what you're thinking. At that point, if you start to fall in love with it, maybe it'll be time for me to go back.
Yeah, like I definitely like I definitely am like, oh, this is really good. I don't think I'm like, oh, this is as good as a Silk Song or a like a Super Metroid or like the very top tier of the Metroidvanias. I don't know if I'm gonna come out feeling like that about it, but I'm definitely having a good time. But I think this year I would like to maybe play some of the Metroidvanias that I've missed that people do like a lot, like this and the Blasphemous games. I know get a lot of love,
Oh yeah,
so what's going on there for sure. But yeah, that's where I am. Definitely going to be playing through it though, and it seems like it's going to be a pretty beefy one because there's like 9 things. I have to collect the 9 souls. After 3 hours, I got 1. So
okay,
a ways to go.
That does sound beefy. I started up Super 10 Pin. This is a N64 inspired bowling game with like really great.
Yeah,
it's on Steam. It's been on there for a while. It just straight up looks like an N64 game. They nailed it. I love that. The menus, all that stuff, the title card, just straight up N64.
Yeah, look at this shit.
It's
Holy cow.
awesome. And then it's got really great bowling control with like you set up the shot and you aim left and right and all that stuff, but then the ball goes and you have aftertouch, like a ton of aftertouch, and then there's also like pickups on the way down the lane. So it's like, okay, throw the ball, all right, you got a strike, all right, here's round 2. Now there's an obstacle, a ramp that moves back and forth to the left, and if you hit the ramp at the right time, you jump into the speed one that now that gives you a ton of extra control, and you're almost guaranteed to get a strike if you hit that front pin. And it's like, okay, I'm going to play really risky then and go for it. And it feels really good when you're getting it. It's just like, oh yeah, this is good, arcadey, fun, with the right look for a bowling game. Like a bowling game should have this kind of style.
Yeah, I don't even know why, but in my mind, like, yes, a bowling game should look like Nintendo 64.
Yes.
I don't know why that makes so much sense to me.
It just it fits perfectly. We're doing bowling week. Is that one of the weeks we got to do over time?
I was just about to ask, are we? Because I don't know if we are, because we're doing fishing week and pinball week.
We're doing fishing week. That's right.
Someday we'll have a bowling week, so we'll keep this in mind.
I'm keeping this in the back pocket. I think this would be a really fun one. I did not look at the multiplayer options, but it obviously must have them because it's like you take turns. It's obvious. It should just work that way.
I'm in the mood for bowling in general. So I've added this to my wish list. I bet someday this will be on a Steam sale. I can pick this up
for sure. I bet it'll be really affordable. And I would love for you to pick it up and try it. And then I started up Rhythm Doctor as well, which is one where it's like a couple times a year I got a couple people on my Discord friends list that will just be like, "Hey, Grubb, you playing this?" And this is one Chris Person. Like I think I reached out to Chris about a Sectori, and a few weeks later he reached out to me about this. He's like, you like rhythm games? I'm like, yeah, I like rhythm games. And he's like, you should try Rhythm Doctor. And it's been like a month since then. I finally booted it up. And you play as a doctor who saves people through rhythm games that are all basically Rhythm Heaven style mini games. And it's immediately just fantastic. There's been other games that have tried to do Rhythm Heaven. This one feels like it's one of the really good ones.
I mean, look, on Steam, it's got like over 7,000 reviews, overwhelmingly positive. That's very impressive.
I think it might be a real good game. I've only done the first couple of games so far, the mini games. I'm gonna be playing this through here pretty quickly. I started on the PC. They give you all the timing stuff up front to make sure that the timing is dialed in, and you can move things around to make sure that if there's any latency, it accounts for that. But I'm gonna move over to the Steam Deck, I think, and just kind of play it on there. And yeah, it's really well done. It doesn't have that like Rhythm Heaven animated style. It's much more pixel art and things like that. That medium instead. But I don't know. They make it work. It's super charming looking, and the music's really good.
Is this on Switch too?
I don't know. I hope it is.
Confirmed to be coming to Switch later in 2026. Okay,
perfect.
So
okay,
it's gonna come eventually.
Yeah, that'll be one. We'll make a big deal about it when that happens on Nintendogs and talk about it there.
Nice. You know what? I am playing on my Switch too now. While I did a lot of RPGs. There's even some more coming, right? Like Dragon Quest VII's release is happening, but after like Tactics and Dragon Quest 1 HE2D, I felt like I needed to do a little something else, but I wasn't sure what.
Yep.
So I actually picked up that Capcom Picross thing that came out a little bit ago.
Fun.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So I'm back on my Picross bullshit right now. And it's great because it's just like I make something and they're like, it's Stone Man from Mega Man 5. I'm like, hell yeah. And it's just playing like the Mega Man 3 intro music, or it has a background thing of promotional commando art or something like that. So yeah, it's just Picross was a really nice flavor to it. I don't know about color Picross. Part of me is like, this is more than Picross needs. Just give me the classic. I don't need all this complexity.
Maybe I have done some color Picross stuff, but I don't remember doing it all that much.
Yeah.
It's I wouldn't. It's not what I'd come to Picross for.
Because I did play the Sega one. It's like the same thing as this. And I think that's where I first tried color Picross. I was like, I just want to play Picross, actually.
Motherfucker, but, there's like you need to play Picross 3D.
I know, but like,
hell yeah.
That's not on Switch,
No, I know, but it's on DS, and we should just emulate it and play it, stream it and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
It's technically only in 3DS, but
yeah. But
isn't the first one on DS? I thought it was. Maybe not.
Is there a Mega Man in Picross 3D?
I'll hack it for you.
No, just right. That first one was a DS game, at least.
The first one was.
I think round 2 is on 3DS. I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Please don't kill me.
Mike, on your phone, did you ever get that Konami, that free-to-play, not free-to-play, just straight-up free Picross game from Konami?
No.
That's worth getting when you're just like in line, doing stuff, because it's just a bunch of like Konami icons from 80s arcade games and stuff. It's great.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And it's got great music. It's really well done. And then, I have the thing that like turns off all ads on all my games, so I have a pie hole. But if you don't have that, it's still just like some ads, and that's it. A pie hole. RetroPie that basically acts as my own DNS server, so all the ads get thrown into the pie hole. And I don't see them. All right. Anything else, Mike?
Sectori.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I need to hear Jeff Grubb talk about Sectori.
I wasn't going to. Listen, it's really all I've been playing.
Come on, Christian. I played Sectori too. I don't need to talk about it.
I want to apologize. No, I don't want to apologize. I want to just say that Mike has a higher points than me.
Oh, let's talk about Sectori.
Yes. Mike has like 3 million, whatever. But his time is 31 minutes. I have 3 million, a little bit less, in 8 minutes.
Oh, so shit.
Are you playing, Christian, are you playing on Challenge?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll explain.
He's playing on Challenge as well.
Yes,
the ones, I think where you said 3 million, he was playing on, I thought he was only playing on Experience, but maybe not.
I'm just saying, I have a technique that is very, very dangerous, very risky. That's why I'm dying like 10 minutes.
And that's how I'm playing right now too.
I need to refine it.
Yeah,
I need to refine it because otherwise I will never reach Chef, which is at 10 million. Like if you play like normal, it's impossible to get 10 million. So you gotta be like, you have to play risky.
You have to. Yep, absolutely. I'm still playing a lot of that game. That's bad. Okay. I did start Dragon Quest 7, the demo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did it on Steam Deck because that's where I'm going to get the game. And yeah, that's really good. Just kind of right out of the gate, things get going pretty fast, and you get to meet that freaky faced character really fast. I was happy about that.
Love Kiefer. Yeah.
Love Kiefer.
It's so funny because like the first time I started the game, I think everybody assumes that guy's gonna be a little shit.
Yeah,
and he's very nice.
He's a bro. It's great.
He's a bro. He loves you.
Yeah.
He's great. He's nice.
He's like, we're the only ones that get it. And I'm like, yeah, man, Kiefer, we are the only ones that get it.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, he should be a little shit. He's the prince. No, he's nice. I love him.
He's like, no, parents don't understand. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
And his parents don't understand. Like, the kids are right. Yeah, they've been doing such a good job with Dragon Quest remakes and stuff. It's a bummer how long it's taking 12 to happen, but
it doesn't feel close right now. Yeah,
no, it does not feel close still. But the 1, 2, 3 HD2D, and then like this different direction for 7, and I bet they'll be doing stuff with 4, 5, and 6, and 8, and hopefully I bet 9 very soon is finally going to get freed from the DS dungeon. I would like that a lot.
That one I loved quite a bit. I haven't beaten
9's great.
I haven't beaten any of these games, but I played a ton of 9. 9 was a fantastic time on DS.
Yeah, I played a good chunk of it back before I was like really into the series at all, and I would love to finally like play it again and really finish it this time for sure.
Man, the DS was a good console. All right, let's read some super chats, Mike.
Oh right, yeah. How far are you in that demo, may I ask?
I don't know. I'm a little bit past hanging. Like Kiefer joined my party just a little bit ago.
Okay. Next up, yeah. Where were we? Speaking of Star Wars, there we go. From Epic Open World. Speaking of Star Wars, Jeff, have you heard anything about the tactics game Respawn is assisting with? Supposed to be this year.
I haven't heard anything new, but I mean, I could definitely ask around about that game. But feels like that's one that just pops up at a show here pretty soon. We get the full details, and then it gets a release date for not too long from now. I hope that's the case.
Taking the pisser, PSSR, that's what he says. The voice actor for Larry was also the voice actor for Hercules in the 1907 animated movie. Therefore, by Disney proxy, Mike likes Leisure Suit Larry.
Wait, what?
I wonder. Hercules I think has a young voice and an old voice. I think maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not right.
Now, is this a bit? Because people are doing lots of bits with this game. We're like, that's the composer for Metal Gear Solid 3, and all of those things were lies.
That was a lie?
I think that's a lie. Yeah.
Wait, what?
That's not just a. That's not a joke. That's just a lie.
Yeah, I think the chat was having fun with us. I think a little bit. I'm pretty sure.
I guess there was just one Hercules. Let me see here now. Tate Donovan. Is Tate Donovan Leisure? I don't think he is. Let's see. Okay. Box office bust. See, I believe that it was that the guy who did the music. Like, they gotta work sometimes.
Let me see. Okay, I'm looking up the guy who did the music. Let's see here. One of the guys that did the music, Jay Waters, also did the music for Worms, A Space Oddity, and Little Big Planet 4. And then the other guy, let's see, Oliver Wood.
Okay, I figured it out. So Josh Keaton, who is in fact the voice of Leisure Suit Larry in Box Office Bust, provided the singing voice of Hercules as the speaking voice of young Hercules. So he's the speaking voice only of young Hercules. He's not the singing voice of young Hercules, and he's not adult Hercules. So that's what I thought. Okay, so that makes sense then.
There's a 4 Little Big Planet? Sorry.
all different people here.
That's right. Oh, yeah, he's Revolver Ocelot and Snake Eater, right?
Harry, I just the Google AIs tell me Harry Gregson Williams, who did the music for Metal Gear Solid 3, did not compose music for Leisure Suit Larry games.
Okay.
So,
well then, shit. All right then.
Yeah, we're fucking egg on our face.
All right. Glitchy Texture says, hello, guys. Are we going to get the God of War 2.5D game this year? Thanks, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well, Glitchy.
Yeah. The more I heard about it, the more people working on that game were like, that it was always coming out this year and never last year. But, Sony corporate often kind of gets ahead of themselves. And so when I was hearing it could come out last year, it's like, turns out that was just Sony corporate getting ahead of themselves.
And then Acratic says 2 questions. Will Game S Jeopardy return in 2026? And when are we setting up Eco again?
We have had conversations about Game S Jeopardy. It is pretty labor intensive, but we're coming up with solutions for that. I want it to come back this year, yes, but we'll see. And then when are we doing Eco again? God, I just don't know how to do Eco as content.
And it's a commitment, and it's
a commitment.
It's a hard one to imagine making that work anymore.
Yeah, so we need like collabs. We need people from other.
Well, yeah, we need collabs, but it's like then I think we have to not really. We could stream it, sure, but that can't be the main content from it. It's gonna have to be like daily reports or like a weekly edited video because it's a real time game that happens over the course of a month. That's a lot.
You're supposed to play that game for basically hours every day for a month. It's a hard ask for anyone, including ourselves anymore. It turns out, unfortunately. Yeah. So I would love to play it again. I don't know though. Maybe once everything is like destroyed and all we have left is our computers and the internet.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a perfect time for that.
I was the president of the World Bank that one time.
Yeah, you were.
And I stole all the money. That was pretty good.
Andrew Panton says, made it back before the show ended. Thank you for telling me about the Superstation. I just pre-ordered it. I'm so excited to get that. Do we know when those are? I mean, we
got that update about like the CD drive and the thing like shipping.
They're going out like now. They're testing the docks right now, but I think like people who just ordered a Superstation, the first batches are already like out there, like shipping to people right now. So like it should be soon.
Okay, cool. I guess I should check my email, see if I got like any shipping notification.
And then lastly, from Large Mario, I am playing Mario Kart DS with my pals, having a fun. little time. Hell yeah, large Mario Kart DS. I know sometimes I talk shit about Mario Kart, but Mario Kart DS ruled.
Yep.
That's probably the one I played the most of, man. I played a ton of that.
I mean, that's when I think they really dialed it in. Mario Kart 7 was even better, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe even better, but Mario Kart DS was awesome. Snaking was a huge problem. Like that became a problem because I played a lot online because DS was a great little online console thing. I loved using that thing. I played Mario Kart DS constantly. And then you get in every match and everyone was snaking and it kind of became a bummer. Like I had
snaking, goddammit.
I had to get good at snaking and it kind of ruined the game. Any other super chats? Was that it? I'm sorry.
No, but Dan Reichert's playing Sekiro apparently, and I had to put it on this monitor, and now I want to play Sekiro again. God,
I think you should just go backseat in his chat and just tell him all the things he's doing wrong.
Great.
That's the good stuff.
That'd be fantastic. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be a fun time too, for sure. But nope, looks like we are caught up.
Thanks everybody. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I think we're gonna hit this button because it's time for us to get out of here. Mike Minotti, where can people find you on the internet? What do you have going on? All that good stuff.
Yeah, Twitch at Tolkoto. Like I said, I'm playing through 9 Souls right now. Please check out Monday morning's Myst with Mitch. We've been having a really good time with Myst 3 Exile so far, just 2 episodes in. That game has kind of been really impressing me. So I've been having a ton of fun doing that with you and with Jan. We had a good voicemail dump truck today as well. Bonka score. So we did a talkover for Resident Evil Requiem Showcase, and I have a little quick look right now showing Jan around that Dragon Quest VII demo. So all sorts of fun content has been popping off. We're gonna have a long weekend, by the way, over on Giant Bomb. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got Friday, and then we're there.
Yeah, because that snow day, my kids are gonna have 5 days off in a row. Actually, It's pretty wild.
Spoiled.
Yeah, real spoiled. Happy birthday to Emmy again.
Happy birthday, Emmy.
Yeah, let's see. Over at Giant Bomb as well. Me and Chuck recorded a quick look. I don't think we could say what it is yet, but it'll go up next week. Actually, you recorded that quick look with him as well, and then we had to do it again because he messed some stuff up. So, all right. I think that will do it for us. Thank you, everybody, once again for hanging out. Thank you, Sean, again for hosting Mess of a Guest. Thank you, Wolf, for putting that together. And thanks again to everybody who does support us. We like doing these shows. It's great to hang out and kind of, we talk a lot on various shows, and yet I still love doing this every week. So thanks for everyone for making it possible.
Oh, by the way, I heard some people ask why there's no Spotify video anymore. It's because we get dinged by the bots every single time.
Spotify is pretty aggressive and poor at its copyright enforcement stuff, and we get a lot of false positives, and it's not super worth it. If they can get that stuff figured out, maybe, but I don't really like Spotify in general.
Fuck Spotify. Fuck Spotify. Sorry, I understand.
Yeah, we put this out on an RSS feed for a reason. Why they try to get in the middle.
Fancy Critic Drafts for Game Mess happening this weekend. Is that right?
I think it's supposed to be. I think they tried to do it last weekend, but yeah, so it's going to happen this
Discord.
Weekend. Yeah, check the Discord for all the details. Bye, everybody.
I might have fell asleep a little bit in this podcast.
Oh, I need to skeet.